We all do things we later feel guilty about. It's just part of being human. But why is it so hard for some of us to let go of that guilt? How do we get free of it? Well, stay tuned. We'll dive into that in this video. Guilt. It can weigh heavily on our shoulders. We carry it around like a ball and chain, always having to manage it while we're trying to do something else. It makes moving through life pretty burdensome. So, what's guilt about, and how do we free ourselves from the heaviness of it? Well, guilt is the feeling we get when we regret something we've done, when what we've done conflicts with one or more of our values. If I have a value of honesty and then I tell an untruth, my behavior is in conflict with my values. And this out of alignment state really makes us feel bad. And that bad feeling is called guilt. Okay, so what's so bad? We can always make a different choice now. Well, why does guilt seem to stick with us like gum in our hair? Well, it sticks with us because guilt often and easily morphs into shame. Guilt is the feeling that we did something bad. Shame is the feeling that we are bad. That small change makes a big difference. When we believe we are bad, it makes the possibility of redemption, well, impossible. Our identity as bad then doesn't depend on our behavior. Once guilt is turned into shame, it doesn't matter how we behave. Shame will always tell us that we're bad. That's why it can be so hard to let go of the feeling of guilt. We identify ourselves as being bad. If it's who you are, you carry it around wherever you go. How can you let go of something that is you? The other reason it gets hard to let go of guilt is because of the payoffs that it brings. As I pointed out in previous videos, if there's something we do over and over, like constantly beat ourselves up about something we did, there's a reason for it. We get something out of it. What you get out of holding on to guilt is unique to you, but common payoffs for gifts include attention from others. If we tell others about how terrible we feel about something we did, they're likely to try to help us feel better. That kind of attention feels pretty good. The price of it, though, is the guilt. Another common payoff, we believe, is that if we keep the guilt alive, it will prevent us from doing again that thing that caused the guilt in the first place. Well, it might, but there are other ways of ensuring we don't repeat the thing we regret, ways that don't do such a number on our self-esteem. And setting clear intentions for how we want to show up in life and making conscious choices to support those intentions work at least as well and are without the costs. Another payoff appears when we say we just can't let go of our guilt. This excuse allows us to hold on to a familiar identity. It might be an identity we don't really like, but the familiarity of it is quite attractive. Letting go of guilt requires two things. First, we need to separate it from shame. We need to realize we are worthy regardless of our behavior. Now, for a deeper explanation of this idea, see the video on perfectionism. It's the second in this series. The other thing that's required to let go of guilt is forgiveness. We need to forgive ourselves. And regardless of whether others forgive us or not, if we don't forgive ourselves, nothing will change. And what is forgiveness? Well, it's not dragging the past into the present. What happened in the past is over. Forgiving is about moving forward from wherever we are. The financial services industry constantly reminds us that past performance doesn't determine future results. It's the same here. Just because we did something in the past that we regret does not mean it will happen again in the future. Recognizing our inherent worth and forgiving ourselves, that's the clue to letting go of guilt. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Till next time, I wish you abundance and joy.